It's the Bamm Good Grow Show. The more you know, the more you can grow. It's the Bamm Good Grow Show. Good Grow Show. The more you know, the more you can grow. It's Bamm-tastic. Sir, welcome back to another episode of the Bamm Good Grow Show, everybody. All right, man. So listen up. Welcome back to another week of the Bamm Good Grow Show. I am your host, Bamm. That be me, the Bamm Good Grow Show. The more you know, the more you grow. Where we sit here and we focus on your cannabis growing things. You know what I'm saying? Your how to grow your cannabis. All right. So welcome back, cultivators. To another enthusiastic episode of the Bamm Good Grow Show. I'm here to help you leaf through your growing adventure, help you get through your grow. Today's episode is all about choice and control. All right. Choosing the right strain and pruning your plants. So choosing the right strain is the choice part. And the second half is the control part, is pruning your plants, because when you prune your plants, you can control how tall they get, how big they get, how much you yield and all of that. So that's the control part of it. That's one of the control parts, because when you're growing indoors, you have to control most of the elements that you would normally get outside. You're not going to get outside, so you have to mimic those indoors. All right. So let's get into the weeds of it. But before we do, of course, first and foremost, let's get into the laws and regulations. All right. Before you start growing, you need to know what your laws and regulations are. In DC, everybody is allowed to have up to 2 ounces of cannabis. You can gift cannabis over the age of 21. You can grow up to 6 plants per household. And in Maryland, I want to say it is 2 plants per household, age of 21. And in Virginia, it is 4 plants per household over the age of 21. You got to be 21. And in Virginia, you can only have up to 1 ounce of cannabis. So make sure you know your laws before you get into growing. All right. You don't want to get yourself hemmed up. You want to make sure you know what you're getting into. For the purpose of where we're at, we grow in the Maryland, DC, Virginia laws. Those are the laws that we're dealing with. So make sure if you live in Michigan, you know the grow laws in Michigan or New York or California or Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, wherever it is you are at. Make sure you know your grow laws. All right. Knowledge is power. All right. So just a quick recap. Last week we went over what did we need to start our grow. We went over germinating the seeds. We went over having the proper lights, the temperature, the hydrometer with the thermometer, pH in your water, the grow space, dedicating the grow space for your grow, pots for your grow, soil for your grow, things of that nature. You want to make sure when you're growing your soil, you want to make sure you want to use a nice organic soil or a nice potting soil. I stay away from Miracle Grow. I used it when I first started growing, but Miracle Grow tends to cause sorts of other problems like pests, and it's also high in salt. You want to make sure you have a pH reader, some pH up, some pH down. We talked about the lighting, whether you're going to go LED, HPS, T5. Now, the best two is the T5. I mean, it's the LED and HPS. HPS is going to mimic the best. It's going to give you the best mimic of sunlight, but it's going to cost you the most. And the LEDs will be most cost efficient, and they have the dim up, dim down. And I tend to use the LEDs. I did start off with the HPS. All right. So remember that you also want to germinate your seeds overnight in some warm water for 24 hours in a dark place until the tadpole pops out of the seed. That's the tadpole right there. After 24 hours, leave that right there for me, Pastor. After 24 hours, if it does not pop, you can put it in a wet paper towel, and then your wet paper towel, you will get and put it somewhere dark again and close up the sandwich bag. That's what I normally put them in. And then come back after another 24 hours, and then you should have your seeds pop like that. Thanks, Pastor. And then you can plant them in the grow pods or straight in the soil. Now, granted, you can just go straight from seed to soil. However, the chance of your seed germinating in the dirt is cut in half. All right, so it's best to germinate your seed first. And I like to put them in the grow pods because when watering throughout the process, you don't want the seed to get sunk further into the soil. You want it to be able to stay at a certain depth in the soil. And wait until you guys see the plants. The plants are entering week 4. They entered week 4 this week. And usually for me, we'll get into the whole growing, me feeding schedule and all that stuff right there. All right. But before we do that, we're going to take like a 30-second, maybe 1-minute break. And I'm going to come right back. And then we're going to jump into this week's topic, which is, like I said, is the seeds. We're going to talk about seeds. And then we're going to get into pruning. But first, give me 30 seconds and we'll be right back. All right. It's the Bamm Good Grow Show. The more you know, the more you grow. All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Bam Good Grow Show. My invisible studio audience. I love them. They just give me so much. All right, so listen, man. We're going to get into seed selection. A lot of times we don't spend enough time going into the seeds. We just want to, oh, shit, I'm growing weed. Let me just grow some weed. I know we touched briefly on it last week when I said growing. All right, so what do we know about when we're growing? We want feminized seeds unless we're doing cross genetics. That's the only times you really need the male seeds. We'll talk about that in another later chapter. But right now we're going to talk about seeds. All right. So last week we talked about the gear. So now let's talk about, setting this, putting the stage together for your beautiful plants. All right. So your cannabis plants, the seeds. Thank you, Pastor. You can leave those up there for a second. Actually, thank you. So many strands out there to pick your perfect green star. Let's do you want to lean towards the laid back lullabies of the indica or the cerebral symphony of the sativa or the harmonious balance of a hybrid? All right. So it's not just about the buzz. It's about what buzz is for you, and of course what fits your growth space. All right, so let's kind of like hash it out a little bit. All right, so for those who love a calming effect and like that full body relaxation, you might want to cozy up with the indica. Indicas are good like for pain relief. They're really good plants for and most of them are bug resistant and sometimes mold resistant depending on the strand. So, and they're known for their shorter, bushier stature. So if you have like a small growth space, indica may be the plant for you to choose to grow. Most indicas grow short and bushy, especially if you keep the plant at about the light at about 18 to 21 inches away from the top of the plant. All right. So, and they're all, like I said, indicas are also more suited for the indoor grow. All right. So for my indoor growers, indicas are more suited for my indoor growers, especially when they got small space. All right. And plus their flowering time is a lot shorter. So when you're growing the indicas as well, the flowering time can be shorter, which means you can get to your harvest faster. They can be adaptable to rooms, especially when you're working with limited space. All right. So, that's think about that. Then, apart from the highs and the characteristics and the climate and controls, indicas generally prefer cooler conditions, while sativas thrive more in heat. Your control over the environment can be a deciding factor. So you can set up accordingly. Like if you have a hard time controlling the humidity and heat in your tent, even though you may like indicas, you may not be set up for it if you don't have the exhaust and the proper things to keep your plant to thrive and to get its full potential. You may have to switch to a hybrid. To a sativa. And also the things about sativas grow taller than indicas do. So they reach more for the sky. So you got to also remember, you got to take that into consideration when you're growing your plants as well. But there's a seed for you. It depends on if it's an indica, a sativa, or a hybrid. You know what I'm saying? The hybrids work really good. They're uplifting, they're balanced energy, they're diverse, and they're ideal for pain as well. The sativas are more like energizing, uplifting, more of a daytime. If you're thinking like Dayquil, it would be your sativa. A NyQuil would be your indica. And I would say hybrid would be in between. It can go either way, depending on if it's a 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, just depending on what the lineage of the plant is. All right. So I have some seeds right here. Shout out to Soulfire. This is the Block Monster. It is I think this is Block Monster. Yeah, it's Block Monster. It is crossed with Hood Candies and Mind Flare. It's a heavy indica. A lot of the plants that I grow indoors will be indica. The Block Monster, like I said, shout out to Soulfire, is an indica. What else we have? I have another Soulfire. This is the Nahashish, and it's crossed with North Fire Cookies and Bahama Mama. If you guys remember my outdoor grow, I was doing I did straight Bahama Mama. Bahama Mama was a really, really good grow. Now, when you're looking at your seeds, you want nice, healthy seeds. Pastor, can you show that picture of your seeds again? The seeds, see these seeds right here, nice, healthy seeds. You don't want the green seeds or like light brown seeds because that mean they're underdeveloped. You want to make sure you get the seeds that are fully developed throughout your grow. You want a better chance of growing. These seeds, I don't know if you can't tell. Some people say they can look at a seed and tell if they're feminized or not. There's really no way of doing that unless you really get you a guaranteed feminized seeds. Those look like monster seeds right there. Also got Gluey and cross with Ramalon. This is a hybrid. Shout out to Brother Grimm Seeds. Alani Skunk cross with Bluey 20. Also, shout out to Brother Grimm Seeds. That's another hybrid. And then I have like a sativa leaning hybrid. Where is it at? It's a Skywalker. It's in here somewhere. And I also have Ferrari Blue Blitz. Shout out to 420 Girl Genetics. Those are all in the tent. They've all been germinized. They do very well on the indoor grow. I noticed that these seeds are also like mold and bug resistant. I haven't really had any mold issues with these plants. Haven't really had any bug issues either. Now, when selecting seeds, how can you get your seeds? There's a couple places you can go to. If you're in the DMV area, check out Good Hope Hydroponics. They have a really good selection of seeds. You can try ilovemarijuana.com. There's quite a few good places, seed banks, where you can get seeds, discrete seeds, feminized and high quality seeds sent to you. These were sent to me. What do we have here? We got Crystal, we got Bruce Banner and Skywalker and Black Widow. I actually have the Black Widow is one of the Cannabis Cup winning strands. It's a strong indica. We actually have that growing in the tent as well. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be quite nice, if you ask me. I can't wait. Yes. I'm already coughing. All right. So when you selecting your seeds, select what works for you. When you're doing your first grow, of course, you're not going to start off running, growing medical for dispensaries and things like that. You want to do a couple grows first to get in your niche. And that starts off by investing in your seeds. Don't cut corners on your seeds, and don't cut corners on your seeds, and don't cut corners in your soil. All right. Don't do it. That's what you're going to end up with. Some boo. All right. If you cut corners on your seeds. Also, trust your seed bank. You could grow bag seeds. You could grow seeds that you find in your cannabis. But there's a chance that those seeds may not be feminized seeds. And then you done wasted months of growing and you're not going to get what you want. And the seed may come out below quality. Just save the time and money. You think about it. You pay $100 to $200 for a pack of seeds. And to be honest, once you grow those seeds, once you grow those seeds, you can actually clone. The Skywalker and Bruce Banner you just heard me mention, I've had those for like 3 years. I've been cloning from the originals, and there's ways to do mother plants and things like that as well. All right. You like my J. Any questions? All right. Got any questions? Let Pastor know. Pastor, get them to me. All right. So listen, what we're getting ready to do is my fun part. Now that we done talked about your choice part of the plant, now we're going to get into the control part of the plant. Right here on the Bamm Good Grow Show, the more you know, the more you can grow. All right. But before we do that, we're going to take a smoker's break while I turn the camera around and all that for y'all, so y'all can see these plants. This show was brought to you by Florgy, the game that gets shit started. Florgy.com. And Yummy, the official Yummy brand. Yummy. They got some good ass fire coming out of New York. The only place you can get it right now is at It's Bamtastic Spa and Bakery. All right. Be back in a couple minutes. We're gonna get into the tent. We're gonna dive into the tent. We're gonna get into the tent. Let me get my smoke break on. All right. So it's the Bamm Good Grow Show. The more you know, the more you can grow. We'll be back in like 5 minutes. All right. All right. Pastor, run it. It's a blessing to see people put your hands up to the sky. But honestly, for the same people, life can't be so easy. But I'm amazed by all your strength. I am. And I'm grateful you came through. Yeah. So I take this time to stop a moment and show my gratitude. You are. And I'm moving with grace. I can't wait to hold you with my arms again. I can't wait to kiss your lips again. I can't wait to be back home. Me and you alone. I just can't wait. Solita home, bring to me, sexy and wrong. Oh, Solita, you make my smile. Go to work and bring in the paper. And every night, they get the love and in the morning, I go see my winner. And I be like, you are my baby, my little baby, I'll be your mother. Oh, 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 Lord, Sanita, oh,
So you don't wanna get to your love, I wanna get to know it. I need to your I really want you up in the world. So you don't wanna get to your love, I wanna get to know it. I need to your The moment I saw her, I knew she had style. Her beautiful hair in the beautiful flower. She lit up the room with her beautiful smile. And she started dancing, and it drove me wild. Yeah, 'cause she's a sweet señorita, beautiful lady. She's a fucking mamacita, and she's a baby. She's a mama, so caliente. And the way she plays her bamba drives me so crazy. She's when she's at my show, it makes me feel proud. When I play my guitar, she blushes and smiles. I wrote her a song just to let her know just how much I love her. I'm so happy now that I shall beautiful lady. She's a fucking mamacita, and she's my baby. She's a somebody mama, so caliente. And the way she says her bamba drives me so crazy. She's so oh, mi amor.
All right, y'all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. So we were talking about seed selection. I also wanted to mention that, you know, if you are looking to do something medical, look for something also high in CBG. CBG is also a good cannabinoid for pain and cancer and things like that. So do your research on your seeds recreationally. Are you after flavor? For those terpene profile chasers that chase terps, each strand varies their own signature and notes and medical benefits. All right. So, and if you're all about efficiency and stability, consider auto seeds. Now, auto seeds, they're pros and cons. So auto seeds, you can put in the plant, put the plant germinated, just like I said, germinated, and then put it in your grow tent and then just let it go. It's going to start flowering no matter what? Like it's gonna go through the flower stage, it's gonna go through the veg stage, it's gonna go through the flower stage. Usually when you're doing auto seeds, I've learned to grow them um on 20 hours of light on, 4 hours of light off. Some people do 24 hours of light on the auto seeds because it really does not matter. Like I said, again, the plant is it is trained to grow and be finished in within 2 months. So for somebody that wants to sustain and wants something to grow quickly, and kind of a cheat code, you can grow a auto seed. You can get your grow space, put like 5 auto seed plants in there, and just water. And you can get pretty decent bud out of auto seeds. You still have to go through the drying and curing process. However, they're usually finished in 2 months. That's the thing about the auto seeds versus a regular phototype seed, where it takes anywhere from 4 to anywhere between. Now, like I said, anywhere between 4 to 5 months grow time. All right. So it just depends. And like I said, they have their own flowering cycle. Remembering growing cannabis is a journey and a discovery of the plants and the abilities of the grower. It's all about wanting to trial and error. All right. So don't be afraid to experiment. Now, that being said, y'all remember the plants last time we saw them? Yeah, the plants. Listen, these are now entering week 4. They entered week 4 this week. Let's get in here. Where we at? Boop. Yeah. All right. Y'all remember last episode? So these are now entering week 4. What we're going to go in here and do is some defoliation. Because what's happening is that the shoots, these are shoots. The top of this is a shoot. Let me get better at it. This is a shoot right here. All right. Underneath this fan leaf, this is a fan leaf. No bud comes from the fan leaf. The bud only comes from the shoots. This fan leaf is covering this shoot here. So this shoot down here is not getting any light. No light, no bud, or it's going to eventually die off. See all that down there? We don't even need all that down there. That's energy that's being sapped from the plant right there. So this is where we can start to lollipop. Now, this is also an opportunity for cloning. Ding, 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 ding. Next episode. Because when you see these again, there'll be more parts that I'm be cutting off. These parts that I'm about to cut off the bottom will be clonable pieces from these plants. Meaning when I cut this piece off, I could, like this piece right here, when I cut this piece off right here, I could actually put it in just a regular bottle of water and sit it somewhere with low light and wait for it to root. And you got this exact same Black Widow plant. All right. So what we're going to do today is we're going to get into trimming and pruning the plants. Now, some of the things that you need for trimming and pruning, paper towels, alcohol, and some chilies. All right. I'm not going to do this in the tent. I just wanted to show y'all. But what we're going to do is we're going to bring a plant out of the tent. And we're going to trim it up. All right. We'll go to Black Widow first. Got a good view for y'all. Can y'all see that real good? It's good. That's good. That's good. All right. That's good. That's good. Make sure y'all good for real. Feel like this shit about to fall over. All right. So I got my trimmers. What I'm going to do is see. So like this leaf right, these leaves right here, big fan leaf right here. You'll be able to tell the difference when you trim after I trim it up. You'll see the before and after. Now, this is also called defoliation. Um, I'm not going to take all the fan leaves off. I just want to uncover the shoots that were getting light at first. Now these are exposed. So the next time you see these guys will be out more where you can get where they're going to get more light. And you can actually see this part of the plant dying off down here. It's dying off right here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Listen to it. Give me 1 second. Get down some light. Get down some light. All right. I'm back. All right. So I want y'all to be able to look down in there. Y'all see that right there? This right here, that light green, right there. This right here. It's already dying because it's not getting any light. It's being covered up by the fan leaves. See what I'm saying? So we want to go ahead and take care of that and address that. Go ahead and cut all that off. All that underbrush right here, fan leaves, all that can come up out of there. And all it's doing is using up energy from the plant that it doesn't need to be used. This is also called lollipopping. Like this piece right here. This is actually a clonable piece right here. You could actually clone that if you wanted to. So it smells really good already. And it has a nice thick branch. I can already see that. Yeah, all this was dying underneath here. It wasn't getting any light. Now, like I said, I've learned to not do too much in the beginning. The plant is still trying to get stabilized, get to the zone. But I've also learned that this defoliation process, lollipopping, trimming, pruning, this is the control part of the plant. You can control the height, control if you want the plant to go out this way. You can control if you want the plant to go up. I could cut the top of this right here, and that would be called femming. Um, there's a lot of shoots right here on this plant, aka bud sites underneath, but I'm going to lollipop. Now, usually I lollipop up to 3 nodes, meaning 1, 2, 3. I usually lollipop up to 3 nodes, and then anything under 3 nodes, I'll cut off. I'll just take it off. And people are like, oh my God, man, what you doing? Oh my God, Lord Jesus, no. But what's going to happen is what happens is it forces the plant to not focus on anything underneath it because it's not anything underneath it anymore. It focuses on everything at the top. This big fan leaf right here, underneath this, is another 1, 2, 3, 4 shoots that aren't getting sunlight. Look at all these shoots right here, bud sites. Now, like I said, you don't want to cut all your fan leaves off because they do serve a purpose. However, you can already tell the difference that the plant does look different. But when you see it next time, when you see this plant next time, the Black Widow plant, remember, it's going to be more shoots. Bud sites can grow here. Now you got one bud site here, one bud site here. You got another bud site here. This is the main cola right here. Now can get light. You have another bud site right here. This plant, this cola was actually, this shoot was actually turning in because it wasn't getting enough light. This plant is actually perfect to mainline, which is a high stress training technique where you pretty much cut the top off, and these 4 shoots is all you focus on. You just, these 4 right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just defoliate everything else. However, I'm not going to mainline this. I don't. Now that I said it, it looks perfect for mainlining. It's going to take it will take a minute to recover because it's a high stress training technique. However, the potential yield off of this one plant, if I mainline it, could be the difference between getting 1 ounce out of this plant and getting 4 ounces out of this plant. Ooh, but I still have time to decide. But if I'm going to do it, I want to do it now or soon so it can recover. Decisions. This is the Nahashish. It's always looked crazy every time that that we grow it. It always looks crazy. The leaves, it is a hybrid, and usually hybrid leaves look just like this. So this is a true hybrid plant. It's thick, broad leaves. Fire, fire. And this main shoot is shooting up right here, but you see it's all this underneath here is starting to die already because it's not getting any light, which is using energy. So I'm just getting here and cut it up. Now, the one thing I should have done was clean my tweezers before my shears before cutting this next plant, getting into cutting this next plant. So don't do as I do. Do as I say. Do as I say, not as I do. And that's what the parents say. Yeah, that's dead. That's crispy, like a chip. Anything underneath here, you can just cut off. Anything underneath these leaves, you can just cut off. Because it's not going to get light anyway. It's not getting any light. It's going to die off. It's just wasting energy of the plant. These fan leaves are humongous. What can you do with the fan leaves? Nothing. But I will say they are more healthier than kale. Okay? More protein than kale. Now, yeah, this guy looks naked already. She looks naked already. However, when she comes back, all of this, and actually, I'm going to go ahead and lollipop this off now. I'm gonna go ahead and make her naked. I'm gonna go ahead and take all her clothes off. Ooh. See, this is a clone. This is a clone right here. This whole piece is a clone right here. I would cut this little piece right here. Hold on. Cut this little piece right here like this. And you can just stick it in some water or in some rooting gel. And you actually, if you stick it in some rooting gel, you can go right from rooting gel right into the grow pod, right back into the dirt, into another pot, back like it never left. So yeah, she looks very naked right now. Like, God damn, man, what you do to her? You got out here on Front Street. No, 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 no. She's going to grow. She's going to do really good. And then defoliate her all the way. That's a shoot. That's a shoot. That's a shoot. That's a shoot. And this is a shoot right here, bud site. Shoots, aka bud site. Whenever you hear me say shoot, I mean a bud site. All right. Look at this one. This is Ferrari Blue Blitz. Shout out to 420 Girl Genetics. Yeah, this one's hulking out. Hulking out. She's going to be a tall one too. Let's get these big fan leaves off of here. Doing this no good. Let's get these off. And get it all. Get it all. That's off of there. Yeah, see, it's starting to yellow. They're yellowing. No light. Lollipopping. This is lollipopping. Lollipopping. The foliation. Couple names for it. And actually, the shoots from the bottom of the plant tend to root faster because I want to say somewhere I read a while ago, it's because the bottom shoots are closer to the nutrients. So it kind of makes sense. Like this plant, I probably won't even have to lollipop this one again. I could lollipop all the way up to, I could take all of this off right here. All of that. I could, I really should though, like cut all of this off. However, I'm not. Oh, this one's, yo, this stuff is stank. What I'm going to do is just defoliate these large fan leaves. And you don't want to do too much foliate, take too many, do too much foliate defoliation in one day. Also, because you could make your plant prone to disease, or um, it won't have the defense to fight off bugs and things like that. All right, she looks good. Leave her alone. Got her shoots out. All right. This one is the one of the bluey plants, the Ramalan. So right now, what we're doing is trimming. Like you can't see, there's no way light is getting to the bottom of the plant to get light. You want to get that light in there, and there's no way light is getting in there. My light meter, look, my light meter is like, no, no, clear me out. Yeah, the leaves down at the bottom are dying. Nitrogen deficiency. Oh, this joint stank. Cool. Google Moogle. Cutting it? Yeah, this thing. You. P. You. Ooh, I can't wait to smoke it. Good, good, good. Yeah, so, yeah, just make sure you remember to. Oh, God damn it, I did it again. I didn't clean my damn shears. Hope that does not come back to bite me in my fucking ass. I'm gonna clean my shears on the next one. You clean your shears in between plants. practice good culture. Lollipop, lollipop, oh, lollipop. And what happens if you don't jump on top of this trimming and pruning early, you'll have a whole shit show to do later. And you'd rather jump on top of it sooner versus later. It's almost calming too. It's like bonsai Danielson. All right, I think I got time for one more. This is the Block Monster. Let me clean my shears. Got the good old rubbing alcohol, clear, and it keeps them from getting sticky from the resin from the plant. This did really good outdoors. I'm very interested to see how it does indoors. The fan leaves are just as big as they were outdoors. So, if y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to call us up, email, text, social media, and I will get to your questions in the next episode. Yeah, this one is almost like a week of willow. Y'all did just see me cut a leaf off of here, right? I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, all this underneath here, no bueno. The one thing I know about this block monster, the shoots do shoot out. They don't bullshit fucking around underneath these fan leaves. So, oh man, that'd be a good clone right there. This would be a good clone. This would make a really good clone right there. Strong. Got some twang to it. Mm. This one will make a good clone too, but go ahead and cut it off. This one will make a good clone. And if you're going to clone your pieces, if you're gonna try to preserve the pieces, just have some water nearby so you can stick it in at least a cup of water while you're trimming the plant. All right. All I need to do is water this beautiful thing. This block monster is nice for mainline too as well. And see, in mainline, what I would do is in the mainline, I would just clean up. I would take everything off the bottom of this branch right here, like this right here, how it's clean like this. I would do 1, 2, 3, 4 branches like that, and cut all this middle out. All of this would be gone. Cut all that out, and then I would wire it down like this. Now I could also do this now as a form of low stress training without cutting. So with low stress training, I could take some bread ties or some twisty ties or some type of wire and stake these down and force them to grow up. And then the light in the middle would grow this. Let me see if I got, nope. All right, we'll say that for the next episode. We'll do some low stress training on the next episode. All right. I promise. I promise. I promise. Give you some tricks on the next one. Ugh. Lord, I'm back low. All right. We can get one more in real quick before y'all go. All right. She's looking good too. Yes, I cleaned the shears. Oh, she stunk too. Mhm. Oh, this joint smell like a Nigerian at a track meet. Sorry to all my Nigerians. Another carnival piece. A couple carnival pieces on here. We can still come back and comb later. I just wanted to clear out these fan leaves so the plant can get more light to the shoots, more bud sites. This is a bud site. This is a bud site. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The main cola. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 potential bud sites. This would make a great clone. All right. Oh, there we go. 2 more bud sites. Watch when you see them next time. Woo! Yes, sir. And there you have it. All right. You're in there growing, you grow. Now the tent looks a lot different from what it was earlier. Nice and defoliated. It's gonna get more light. Light. It will get more light. Okay. Don't worry. They probably look like, they're like the anorexia right now, but I'm telling you, they good to go. They TTT. All right. The plants are resilient. All right, guys. That wraps up another episode. Picked our seeds. We done chopped them down. We done talked about control a little bit. Look at that. Look at all that. Look at all that defoliation. Now you can eat them. Like I said, you can eat them. Better than kale, but yeah, fan leaves are edible. More nutritional value than kale. All right, remember that. All right, man. That's it, y'all. Whew. Appreciate y'all for tuning in for another episode of the Bamm Good Grow Show. The more you know, the more you grow. I see y'all in about 2 weeks. When y'all see these jokers, they're going to look different again. And you're going to be like, nah, Bamm, you cheating. No, I'm not cheating. Make sure y'all tune in again for the next episode. Y'all can catch us at 4400 Stamp Road, Temple Hills, Maryland, Suite 202, Monday through Monday. It's Fantastic Spa and Bakery. Again, the show is brought to you by Florgy and Yummy. Disclaimer, it's Bamtastic and Beltwave Radio by no means. By no means. I'm telling y'all to go out here, grow the shit, sell it. This is for educational purposes only. All right? So listen, man. We'll talk to y'all later. Y'all know the rules, man. Stay thirsty for greatness. Don't give anybody the ink pen to write the story of your life. Never, ever, ever let the devil win. And lastly, and most importantly, love your king like a king. Love your queen like a queen. Y'all love each other like royalty. And if nobody told y'all yet that they love y'all, man, peace. I love y'all. Talk to y'all later.